Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonathan Humphrey. For those of you who have not met me yet, I'm the new minister for Lookers at Tayport Church. I've only been in the area for 7 months, and it's only in the past week that I've learned about the tragic events of Karen's death 20 years ago. I've not shared in your journey of grief, but you as a community and a family have gone through, more specifically, the heartache and grief endured by the Dewar family and friends. It is therefore a great honour, and it's very humbling for me to be invited by Alison to say a few words this afternoon. I thought I would start with a reading from the Old Testament part of the Bible, and it's a passage that Jesus himself stood up and quoted some 500 years after it was written, and it makes it real for all of us. Jesus said this, that he has sent me, that's God has sent me to tell those who mourn that the time of the Lord's favour has come, and with it the day of God's anger against his enemies. To all who mourn in Israel, he will give a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, and festive praise instead of despair. We're here today to remember Karen. Although I didn't know her, Alison tells me that she was unique, full of life, a great spirit, vivacious, kind, true to her words, a wonderful daughter and friend. So we're here to give thanks for that life and to remember her. Still much loved and sorely missed. Karen was one of God's great gifts to us all. But as we remember Karen, we're also reminded that this world is not perfect, that there is evil, there's illness, there's pain, there's loss and suffering. But it was into this world that Jesus, the Son of God, came, leaving his throne in heaven, becoming one of us, a human being, and because of that he experiences all that we experience, living the life that we live, with all its joys and its sorrows, and enduring his own physical suffering on the cross. But yet he also experienced the joy of resurrection, a new life. The Bible tells us that Jesus shows us what God is like, and he's with us at all times. So there are times of reflection, of weeping and of mourning, but there are times also when evil has its moment. But there are times of healing, joy and laughter, and God is with us through it all. And moreover, his comfort and presence are with us even when we are in the valley of the shadow of death. So in the midst of grief there is hope. We are assured that we cannot be separated from God's love if we trust in him. In Jesus, God made a way for us to be rescued in this life through the cross, bringing meaning, healing and forgiveness, and the promise of everlasting life. We can look forward with great anticipation to the time when God will make a new heaven and a new earth, when his home will be amongst his people, and pain and sorrow and evil and brokenness will be no more. We now just take a moment of silence to remember Karen and to pay our respects to her.